Now at 6, we're digging deeper into the new statewide travel advisory going into effect this weekend. Starting tomorrow, those traveling into Massachusetts from a majority of states across the country must quarantine or they could face significant fines. Western Mass News reporter Briseida Landaverde has more.
Not just healthy, it's like also keep people living.
A new statewide travel advisory will be in place starting Saturday. People who travel to Massachusetts from states considered COVID-19 hotspots, even Bay State residents, have to either quarantine for 2 weeks or provide a negative COVID-19 test that has been taken within the last 72 hours. This does not include the New England states, New York, New Jersey, and Hawaii. Western Mass News spoke to Lindsay Keefe, who is traveling from Boston to upstate New York. She doesn't fall under the order to self-quarantine after traveling, but says it's important for the Bay State to enforce this order.
I think it's a good idea. There's a lot of states that have a lot more cases than we do and are seeing increasing cases, and people aren't taking precautions like wearing masks. And I think it's a good move to try to keep cases down in Massachusetts.
And one New York resident traveling to the Cape says this travel advisory will help keep the northeastern states safer amidst the coronavirus pandemic.
We work so hard in New York and in New England to stay safe and keep people healthy. And, my place on the Cape, there's more and more people coming in this summer and they're not wearing masks, or they start out with a mask and then they have a couple drinks and then they take their mask off. So I think it's a great idea.
Governor Baker says those who do not follow this order could face a $500 fine per day. Keefe says this may encourage people to strictly follow the quarantine order.
Sometimes we need incentives to do good things, or we need disincentives to not do things that we're not supposed to do. And so I think there's a bit more weight behind it.
State officials say this order is in place because they've seen an increase in travel in and out of the Bay State from COVID-19 hotspots.
One resident traveling from New Hampshire to Illinois says instead of stopping and breaking up the 17-hour trip, he is driving straight through to ensure his safety.
We did not feel comfortable to stop anywhere during our stay because we didn't feel comfortable staying at hotels or any place like that, so we drove straight through.
Many people we caught up with agree this effort is a step in the right direction to keep residents safe.
We want to do all we can to try to stop the spread, and I can appreciate their efforts.
Travelers coming into the state must also fill out a form on mass.gov. For Western Mass News, I'm Briseida Landaverde.